Go ahead and do your report.
Okay. Yeah, this is County Supervisor Fernbanali, District 1. I believe Excursion House is part of it. That has a very small portion. I think all my chapters, it has the smallest portion, but I did had prior in the past let the chapter official know if they need anything to make sure they let me know. Um, I did bring the cleanup kit, which includes 100 bags of specially treated trash bags and 3 sizes of gloves, medium, large, and extra large, and also 2 cases of water. Um, for your cleanup day, if you need anything else, just let me know. I think that the community members, or I don't know what their official titles are, but they were at the Western Agency Council and they did request if they would ask for some funding for snacks or anything. And I said, yeah, go ahead. Just write me a brief memo. So I haven't received anything from you guys for that, like for food or snacks to for the cleanup day. And you can send me a brief memo. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Um, just something brief, even an email will do. And then they'll send you the paperwork to fill out, and that needs to be returned before um, we send out a check. I can bring it if I'm out there. However, it'll probably be mailed in the mail, which goes to Flagstaff first before it comes to you. Other than that, we still also have some district funds, which is for some office supplies. Nothing really great because I know that some chapters order send a big order in, but I will have to ask them to cost share, and I can only give about this much because we only get 20,000 per for the schools, the clinics, and the chapters and like JMI per year. So I have to divvy them up and use them at this time. And, and then we have the HERF funds, mainly for potholes, mowing, and signage, sometimes striping, but we were gonna do a striping over in the Pinyon area. However, we were told that it needs to have a bio clearance, and that'll take a while. I didn't know that we would still have to go back to it and get a bio clearance on the road, but not the art clearance, just the bio clearance when a certain number of years pass. Other than that, just been working with the chapters. We did donate to Western Agency Council, but they had other donors, so we just went ahead and let them use money, use the funds for other events if they are gonna have them before the end of the fiscal year, which is July 30th. I'm not July 30th, June 30th. Our new fiscal year begins on June 1st. I mean, I'm got it turned around July 1st. So, other things that we do with the dinner parties for your events, if you're going to have one, usually we would need at least, I think we don't have many people that do that service, so a couple of coats is fine on that. Um, Other than that, we have the elections coming up. July 21st is the state county election as well as Navajo Nation. They changed it to match hours, so it's all good. And the registration is going on right now. The county is going out to the chapter meetings to see if they can register anyone that wants to get registered as long as they're over 18. And our new students, I believe they go also to the schools, but they also go to the Kayenta flea market. And then for November 3rd, um, that's a general election. So prior to that, we'll have early voting, usually at Shanto and Kayenta at the flea market, also over at Pinana at Bashes, and that's usually where they have it. On the projects over there, we just have the 98 project where they're trying to right now make the road more safer. You see all those caution stand up markers along the road, and I did request if they would make it a right turn off there at Shanto exit. They've then done the other ones already about 6 months ago, so they're working on this again. They put up new signs and all that. So, and that some of the markings still need to be done. The millings there by Shanto and over towards Crossroads by the road, those are being used, will be used for some of the shoulders. So if people can try not to take those. The ones that are up for taking are the ones down over where Segi Motel used to be and restaurant. And then also from Kayenta, you can ask Jarvis Williams at Township. You don't pay a price for it. You just have to haul it yourself and do the work yourself. I know a lot of people have brought millings. They're open on only on a certain day. You do have to call township for those days that you're allowed to take them. And I see that you guys are aware of the internet that's coming from Navajo Mountain all the way around towards Kayenta back over to Old Jato area. They're putting up posts now, so be careful with the equipment going around there. Also over in Kayenta, about from Kayenta to about 12 miles out, they'll be working on the road, so give yourself extra time. That's also for safety and add some shoulder to the 160. And always be careful and take time to leave early because they still have the uranium truck stopping at the old Black Mesa store or the former abandoned Black Mesa store. They're still having them stop there. It was only supposed to be for like a month, but here we go. 6 months later, we're still more like 4 months, but um, that that's the scoop on that. Um, do you all have any questions? Or anybody have any questions for me?
As of right now, it doesn't look like any.
Oh, okay. So I think that's all I'll report on at this time. Of course, we have the drought going, and there's gonna be the wind's supposed to pick up again today. So be careful driving just on those roads towards Kayenta. Just make sure you leave earlier than needed so that you get to your destination. safely. Akodiye, ekaha.
Oh, thank you. It's fun.
Thank you. Usually, I see that you guys are scheduled on Tuesdays for chapter meeting, or did you guys change to Monday now?
No, we've been Mondays
Oh,
every.
you've been doing Mondays for a while?
Uh,
Yeah, if you can continue to send that to me if I get a chance to go out there, I will. If I don't have to go to a different one to give update report on projects. Um, so
okay.
Tuesdays, tomorrow is my Board of Supervisors meeting all day, and the rest of the week I'm in Phoenix for the County Supervisor Association meeting. So I'll put it, I'm gonna get her. No, no.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Fund 6302, due and subscription, $200 to cover the shortfall today that were not anticipated. Seven, TBK 2026-103007, supporting the relocation of MTA power project cost savings in accordance with cap -35-18 and affirming that the authority and project prioritization. TBK 2026-101003-08, supporting an application of USDA veterinarian services grant program BSJP fund for a mobile veterinarian service and livestock health project. Nine, TBK 2026-1030-003, approving and supporting the submission of a grant application to the Native American Agriculture Funds for the, or NAAF funding for the Community Livestock Management and Breeding Support Initiative. 10, TBK 2026-1030-010, approving and supporting the budget transfer of 1,000 from Fund 23-6321 gasoline vehicle and 1,000 from Fund 23-6322 diesel fuel to Fund 23-6413 natural gas propane, $2,000 to cover the shortfall today that were not anticipated. 11, TBK 2026-1030-011, according and approving the fiscal year 2026 Navajo Nation sales tax fund distribution allocation in the amount of $60,404 as budgeted in the tax rate. 12, PBK 2026-1030-012, accepting and supporting the budget transfer of 17,000 from Fund 36-6838, Building Fund to Fund 36-6809, Project Electrification, 17,000 to cover the shortfall to date that were not anticipated. 13, TBK 2026-103-013, approving external assistance for feral and unbranded livestock roundup operation within District 2 grazing area and requesting allocation of proceed under chapter oversight. 14, TBK 2026-103-14 TBE. 15, TBK 2026-103-015 TBE. 5, announcement, St. Mary Food Distribution April 27, 2026. 6 upcoming scheduled meetings, 1 chapter meeting, chapter planning, chapter meeting plan being Monday, May 4th, 2026 at 10 o'clock. Chapter meeting regular Monday, May 11th, 2026 at 10 o'clock. District grazing meeting Tuesday, April 14th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Committee meeting Wednesday, April 15th, 2026 at 10 a.m. TBK 5 Western Agency Grazing Committee Thursday, April 16th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Neville Mountain. Puxy meeting Thursday, 2026 at 10 a.m. TBK chapter 7 TBK Veterans Meeting Monday, May 4th, 2026 at 1 p.m. And 7 adjournment.
Thank you, Madam Secretary, for reading that into the record. With that, do I have a motion? Danielle? Do I have a second? Mary Alice? Okay, with that, comments, questions? Danielle?
I would like to put all the resolutions up front of the court to get approved. And also, can I add the resolution that I gave to you? For the NT opposition of the TOA rate increase.
Okay, hold on real quick. So we have a motion to move the resolutions to the front, in front of reports. And to add resolution number 14, which is going to read, I know it says TBD on your paperwork, but right now it has opposing the proposed water and wastewater rate increase by the Navajo Tribal Utility Authority NTUA and reaffirming the commitment to low-cost service for the Diné people. That is resolution number 14. Any other comments, questions?
What's the name? It's all back to Buckingham.
So Western Agency Grazing,
They're all back in Buckingham.
okay, at the BIA building. So if you guys look at the upcoming scheduled meetings, a Western Agency Grazing meeting is going to be hosted at the BIA building in Tuba. That all future meetings? Okay. Anything else? Mary Alice, do you concur with those changes? To move resolutions and add 14? Okay. Yeah, that's okay. With that, any other comments, questions? If none, Madam Vice President, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high.
Aye.
Okay, with that, we have a total of 26 in favor, opposed. Abstain. 2. Okay, with that, the approval of the agenda has passed. 26 in favor, 0 opposed, 2 abstain. Okay, moving on, number 5, which is the last regular planning meeting minutes. Correction, it's supposed to be the regular meeting. So let me quickly go over the regular meeting minute here. Okay, I will go ahead and read this into the record, which is the TBK planning meeting. God, that's not the right one. Nope, that is the right one. I just need to change that. Okay, they need to change the regular meeting minute, but this was the regular meeting minutes for March 9th, 2026. Meeting was called to order at 10:38 a.m. Thomas Bryant providing invocation for the future by Priscilla Denali. Motion to approve the agenda by Danielle, second by Thomas. There was a request to change resolution 8 to read Jeanette as the family plots. And then also Eugenia White Rock requested to change her name to the correct name. And then another one with Delbert Richardson, who requested line withdrawal for Donna Richardson. Then also amending resolution 2026-040-007, which is now known as the Juniper Ridge. And then request by Carolyn Clayton, which is to add J. Clayton. And then also Alton Crank for W. Crank. Family plots, Thomas Bryant wanted to add all family plots to the consent agenda. And then vote was 37 in favor, 0 opposed, 5 abstain. Regular meeting minutes was provided. Motion by Linda, second by Curtis. Vote 31 in favor, 0 opposed, 7 abstain. Resolution number 1 was read into the record. 31 in motion by Linda, second by Curtis. Vote 31 in favor, 0 opposed, 7 abstain. Number 2 was the cash receipts, which is Rebecca, second by Billy. Votes 30 in favor, 0 opposed, 8 abstain. Number 3 is the student financial assistance, which is motion by Jason, second by Curtis, 33 in favor, 0 opposed, 5 abstain. Number 4 was the housing discretionary, which is Rebecca, second by Billy. Vote is 36 in favor, 0 opposed, 3 abstain. Veterans assistance for number 5, which is Danielle, second by Gina. Vote 36 in favor, 0 opposed, 4 abstain. Number 6, which is the reinforcement to keep NOST as one region. Danielle's motion, second by Gina, 36 in favor, 1 opposed, 1 abstain. Number 7 was the conversion of all non-withdrawn family plots to community plots under the chapter jurisdiction, which is motion by Thomas, second by Jason, 34 in favor, 0 opposed, 11 opposed, and 2 abstain. And then we have number 8, which is 15. Number 8, which is going to be the designation of 2-acre plots within the community plot cemetery for veterans. That one was motion by Lena, second by Billy, 35 in favor, 0 opposed, 19 abstain. 16, which is going to be the land withdrawal for the designation of the senior center. Motion by Jamie, second by Jason, 37 in favor, 0 opposed, 17 in favor, abstain. Number 17, which is approval of the family with withdrawal for the transfer station. That one was motion by Danielle, second by Gina. Vote is 31 in favor, 34 in favor, 0 opposed, 20 abstain. Number 18, which is going to be the $2,000 budget transfer. Motion by Jamie, second by Priscilla, 33 in favor, 0 opposed, 21 abstain. Another one is another budget transfer of $1,000. That one's going to be motion by Jamie, second by Priscilla, 41 in favor, 0 opposed, 13 abstain. Approving the budget transfers of $484.58. That one was motion by Daniel, second by Jason, 28 in favor, 0 opposed, 26 abstain. Then we moved on over to consent agenda, which also consists of the Jeanette family burial plot, which is number 8. Number 9, which is going to be the sombrero burial plot. Number 10 is going to be the Crank family burial plot. Number 11, the Reed, Spencer, and White Hat RSW family plot. Number 12 is the amending resolution for number 8 and 13, which is going to read as Torticini Memorial Hillside family plot. Number 13, Jackson family plot. Number 14 is the Kling family plot. Number 21 is the Donna Richardson family plot. Number 22 is the Juniper Ridge. Number 23 is the J Crank. Number 24 is the W Kling. Number 25 is the Leslie J burial plot. All motion by Billy, second by Thomas, 41 in favor, 0 opposed, 13 abstain. Then we moved on to reports. And adjourned at 2:20 PM. Motion by Jamie, second by Thomas, votes 25 in favor, 0 opposed, 29 abstain. Signed by myself. Okay, with that. Minutes have been read into the record. Motion. Rebecca. Second. Do I have a second? Danielle? Comments, questions? Okay. If none, call for the vote. Madam Vice President, could you go ahead and call for the vote? All those in favor, raise your hand up high.
Okay.
27. 27. Jamie, how do you vote?
Yes.
28. Opposed? Abstained? 1. Okay, with that, the planning meeting minutes have been approved with 21 in favor, 0 opposed, 20 and 1 abstain. All right, moving on to new business resolutions, which is going to be number 1. Madam Secretary, can you read that into the record?
TBK 2026-103-001. Accepting and approving the March 2026 budget report.
Okay, with that, we have general activity fund, which is $2,312.98. Personnel is $155,777.46. Trust funds, which is going to be $16,858.97. Summer youth employment is $32,029.92. Housing discretionary, $7,055.05. Local Government Act, which is going to be $23,216.90. Chapter official stipend is $23,364.45. Scholarship General Fund, $3,876. Scholarship Claim Fund, $2,861. The Public Employment Project is $76,821.07. Veterans is $5,292.09. Emergencies, $6,775.90. Chapter maintenance, which is $8,461.74. Nomination sales tax is $22,691.36. Capital improvement plan, which is $15,653. The unhealthy food tax, $27,149.92. And the ARPA, which is number 36, is $55,215.39. Bringing a total of $485,412.39. That is what we currently have as budgeted for what has been reconciled last month. Okay, with that, do I have a motion? Rebecca. Second. Mary Alice. Comments, questions? Okay. Call for the vote, Madam Vice President. Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Jamie, how do you vote?
Oh.
24. 24, oppose. 4, abstain, no, 5, abstain. Okay, with that, TBK 2026-013-001 passes with 24 in favor, 0 opposed, 5 abstain. Moving on, number 2.
TPK 2026-103-003, accepting and approving monthly cash receipts deposit for March 2026 in the amount of $336.66 as budget.
Okay, motion. Mary, Danielle, and Elizabeth. Comments, questions? Okay, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Madam Vice President, take vote. Jamie, how do you vote?
Vote she.
25. Opposed? Abstain. 4. Okay, TBK 2026-013-002 passes 25 in favor, 0 opposed, 4 abstain. Moving on, number 3.
TPK 2026-103-003, accepting and supporting house for housing discretionary assistance to eligibility applicants and the amount requested.
Okay, we got a motion. Mary Alice and Patty. Okay, questions? We have one applicant, so you guys all know. Okay, no questions, moving on, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Jamie, how do you vote? 26. Opposed? Abstain. 3. Okay, with that, TBK 103-003 passes. 2 opposed, 3 abstain. Moving on, number 4.
TPK 2026-103-004, approving and supporting the budget transfer of $2,000, $2,055.58 to cover the shortfalls to date that were not anticipated.
Okay, motion. Do we have a motion? Becca, Patty. Okay, comment, questions? All for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Okay, Jamie, how do you vote?
Yes.
24. Opposed? Abstain. 5. Okay, 2026-103-004 passes 24 in favor, 0 opposed, 5 abstain. Number 5.
TPK 2026-005, approving and supporting the budget transfer of $1,000 funds 3-321 get delayed, transfer of $1,000 from Fund 03-6300, ACPO transfer of $1,000 from Fund 03-6503, repair and maintenance vehicle to Fund 6202, and, $3,000 to cover the shortfall to date that were not paid.
Okay, motion. Do I have a motion? Rebecca. Second. Questions?
I couldn't hear what she was reading.
We are on the resolution number 5. Okay, comment, questions? Okay, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Jamie, how do you vote?
I couldn't really hear what she was reading. I asked that, but you didn't answer me.
Okay. So, 20, you said 20? 22? 22. Opposed? Abstain? 7. Okay, 2026, there's 103 to 005. Favor, 0 opposed, 7 abstain. Moving on, number 6.
GPA 2026-10.
Okay. We'll be sure to have that on the, well, I'll ask the administration to provide that as far as the bar graph, where the money is being going, but like I stated, according to the resolution, how we pass these things, this is the verbiage that they're requesting in order for funds to be transferred within the accounts. Okay. Any other comment, questions? Elizabeth?
So you already have a set amount in that area, like for the one we're voting on, the transfer of the training trip and tuition fees. Just say like they have $100 in there, but they overspent that for travel. Is it under the travel and everything, the program, still under the training and workshop? And it's just all around in that area?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we can, I wish I had it in there. So like when we're talking about how, like you have it here, it says, Fund 03 or Fund 10. Within those columns, they have line items that are already done. So like, let's say gloves, supplies, cleaning supplies, printing supplies. And if we've kind of over expended or we have too much money in one pot, we will just transfer that over to another item that we kind of need. So like in this case, toner and like even right now, some of the gas and the fuel, it's being increased. We don't project that from the beginning of the year. We didn't know that a war was going to happen. So sometimes those funds are going to have to be transferred within those things. And so when we have more money in a different column, we'll just transfer it over to another area that needs to have it.
And the fuel price
Yeah,
raising every week.
yeah. So that's where it's going. So in order for it to transfer from another account, that typically won't happen. So, okay, questions? Any other questions? Patty? So that one there is I guess you could say it's a catch-all. So like when we're going to, like right now we have that, what is that darn thing called? DNR. It's the home site lease training that they're having at Twin Arrows. So some at Expo. So typically some of those trainings, they require like a registration fee, etc. So that's what that right there is used for that line item. So if we have to pay out of that, we'll mark that down on our check to say that that's coming out of that fund balance. Okay. No other comments, questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. 25 opposed. Abstain. 4. TBK 2026-103-006 passes with 25 in favor, 0 opposed, 4 abstain. Moving on, number 7.
TPK 2026-103-004. Supporting the relocation of NTUA power line.
7.
Supporting the relocation of NTUA power line project cost savings in accordance with CAP -35-18 and affirming chapter authority and project prioritization. Tongue twisting.
Motion. Danielle. Second. Mary Alice. Comments, questions? Okay, so this resolution here is to support the reallocation of $462,000. The original cap 3518 for the electrification project was about $685,000. back in 2018 was when that was approved. What was slated on there was 25 people throughout the community of Ts'ah Bii was to be hooked up. They completed that with only $250,000 they expended, pretty much that much. That leaves us with $400,000 left over. So we had a meeting in Window Rock 2 weeks ago to talk about reallocating those funds to other electric projects, which is why we had everyone come here on Thursday, which was the original plan to utilize that $400,000 to get everybody else hooked up, whoever needed it. But NTOA had a different project, so we're working on that end. But we need to reallocate those funds to basically state that those funds will be utilized to hook up people, to upgrade, and to do all the other stuff that needs to be done for the 42 people that we have on this list, so that we can expend that funds, because originally, like I said, 25 was already completed, which was approved for that original legislation. Now that that was expended and we have a cost savings of $400,000, we need to come up with the new list so we can say this new list is going to be expended with that $400,000. And that's what this reallocation is for. Or Shanto or Oljeto will take the rest of that money, because they also have cost savings plans. Through the NOS region here had cost savings plans of $1.2 million. Shanto had 600,000, and then Oljeto had 100,000. So, and right now Oljeto is looking at our, because they have an area that out from where Train Rock area is, a 6-mile line that they want to get hooked up, and they only have $100,000 to spend. And Shanto is looking at Call Mountain 2 area. So what I mean by improve is, so like what I was talking about earlier was saying that we want to upgrade people. So like Scott over here and a couple other people around here have 100-meter amps for their homes. We want to upgrade them to 200 amp. So that's why we're trying to get that to where the funds that is allocated here can pay for all that.
What about people that don't have, the electricity that covers the storms, it's under?
It's only going to be for the hookup of the residents, meaning from the pole to the house. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just from the pole to the house. That's it.
So, what's the timeline on this?
We have 1 year to expend this whole money.
1 year?
Yep.
So in the meantime, we can get the side done.
The meantime, they can get the insides done, but like I said, it's only from the pole to the outside of the meter. Okay. So I would suggest that you guys take advantage of this and trying to get that all in place. We need approved home site leases for this. That's the only reason why NTOA would be able to hook you guys up.
How do we go about doing that?
You would have to get an approved home site lease with land department. And then they would send that.
Yeah, those, how do they have to go through the application or?
So you would provide us either the letter or something that states that you have an approved home site lease. That would be provided to us, and then Vernon has the application. You should be able to go through that process, and then we just take that entire application and we send it over to NTOA. And then
We call it assessment.
oh, it's the assessment application is what they have.
Yeah, you have to go, if you want to know if your home site lease is on there, you'll have to go to the city for their home site lease, you can have them. If they do not have your papers, then you'll have to go to the. Because a lot of people do not have their home site lease, So they have to go to Winter provide the information. If they have a survey, you have to have a survey of your land, you have a number on the corner, that's your home site lease number. So you would provide that to them, have my home site lease number is right here, and so they will look that up for you, and they will look at it. If you don't have the papers, then you have to fill out the whole thing, and then let them have the papers, copy.
Thank you.
Okay, Rivet, where does it go? Directly to who?
It goes directly to, what's her name?
Luella?
Luella Chi.
At Window Rock, not Kienta, not Kienta.
It goes to Winter Rock.
Go straight to Window Rock.
Okay. And the answer, Angie, is this money already paid into ETA and you are just amending the project objective and the scope of work? That is correct. All we're doing is amending this, our project scope and the work to include the 42 people that are on this list and to get them hooked up. Okay. Any other comments, questions?
And then some people showed up on the list, but they got them on the list. According to Luella.
Okay, Danielle, call for question. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Opposed? Nay. 3. TBK 2026-103. 103-007, passed, 26 in favor, 0 opposed, 3 abstained. Moving on, number 8.
TPK 2026-103-008, supporting application of USA Veterinary Service Grant Program VSGP funding for a mobile veterinary services and livestock health project.
Motion. Patty. Second, Elizabeth. Comments, questions? Okay, I'll go ahead and say that the number 8, number 9 are resolutions that I'm trying to apply for a grant to get some funds to assist with the grazing, the roundup down here, the canyons, so we can get some new panels, a nice stock trailer, squeeze chutes, an updated squeeze chute, and up to 6 Wranglers to go ahead and do that, along with a veterinarian or a veterinarian technician to vaccinations twice a year. And that would be open for the community. And so that's why I have these 2 grant applications, because I need a supporting resolution from the community to support this initiative. Question, Danielle?
If it's the same, together, can we add these 2 together then?
Patty and Elizabeth, do you guys concur? Patty, Elizabeth? So, it's 2 different grants, but for the same purpose. So, okay, so you're amending your motion to include these 2 as one resolution or as one vote?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess we'll go ahead and do that. TBK 2026-103-009, approving and supporting the submission of a grant application to the Native American Agricultural Fund in NAAF for the Community Livestock Management for Grazing Support Initiative that has been read into the record with both of these items on the motion. So, any other comments or questions regarding these 2 resolutions? Okay, none, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high, Madam VP. 22. 31, right? Opposed? Abstain? 9. PBK 2026-01, correction, 103-008 and 009. Passes 22 in favor, 0 opposed, 9 abstain. Moving on, number 10.
TBK 2026-103-101. Agreement supporting the budget transfer of $1,000 from the from Fund 20-6321 gasoline vehicle and Fund 23-6322 diesel to Fund 2024-13 natural gas propane $2,000 to cover the shortfall dated that were not anticipated.
Okay, motion. Elizabeth. Second. Rebecca. Comment, question? Patty. So this one here is coming out of Fund 23. So that's within Fund 23 that is moving from the gasoline funds and the natural gas funds moving over to the propane. Because you have to also remember the transportation costs and all that stuff has increased the propane. So we have to fill our propane. So it's the same concept, we're just moving it within the same budget. But we're transferring monies from the gas funds and those funds to the propane. To pay for the propane. So it won't be cold in here. Okay. Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Before. Opposed. Abstain. 7. TBK 2026-103-010 passes 24 in favor, 0 opposed, 7 abstain. Moving on, number 11.
PBK 2026-103-011, accepted and approving the fiscal year 2026 National Nation Cell Tax Chapter Fund distribution allocated in the amount of $60,404 and budgeted in attachments.
Okay, with that, motion. Elizabeth and Danielle. Comments, questions? So with this one here, what we're trying to do with the 64,000 is to get some emergency equipment such as like a 25 cot for 25 cot emergency kit, 25 cots and sleeping bags and pillows. And that's going to be stored in our warehouse over here. So in the event that something does happen, at least we have that. Another one is going to be to get a dump trailer so we can also haul items for like wood or gravel or anything like that. We did recently One thing that was pretty good is we did expend a lot of our funds off of the original Cat 3518 when they purchased those equipment. Remember the heavy equipment, like we had to purchase the new truck, the big truck that we have out there, the backhoe. We had 70-something thousand left over, and we fully expended that by buying a skid steer. So now that which was delivered and should be in the warehouse. And so with that, what we're wanting to use is that to redo this entire path back here. And so that a portion of that is going to be used for that. And let's see here, what else did we say? Oh, and the camera system upgrades for the chapter. Being that we have that there in a new building, we need to have the camera coverage for there. But being that we looked at this new system, a newer system here, we have an outdated system here. So we'll want to upgrade some of those items. Okay. None. Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high.
$27.
7. Oh, no. Vote. Abstain. 2. No. 4. 4. TBK 2026-103-00, correction, 011, passed, 27 in favor, 0 opposed, 4 abstained. Moving on, number 12.
TBK, 103-012, accepting and supporting the budget transfer of $17,000 from Fund 36-68380 returns to Fund 36-6809 project. Electrification 17,000 to cover the shortfall to date that were not anticipated.
Motion. Patty. Second. Becca. Okay. This one here, again, is moving monies from within the ARPA fund account. And that one there is, we're moving 17,000 from the renovations portion because we still have money that's been not spent in there, but we need to power and electrify the warehouse, which I explained to you guys back in 2 months ago, where we were wanting to get the electrification here. It cost 16,800 or so to get it electrified. Being that we fully expended because, like, as you guys all know, the cost has gone up, everything else has gone up. There was a shortfall in getting the expense for the electrification to be done. So for moving, again, we all got the ARPA funds. We have 3 separate projects. We expended the 2 already. We have 1 that has some remaining monies that are left over. We're just transferring some money of that over to the warehouse so we can get the power to the warehouse. Comments, questions? Okay, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high.
$24.
24. Opposed? Abstain. 7. TBK 2026-103-10, correction, 012. Passes 24 in favor, 0 opposed, 7 abstain. Moving on, number 13.
TBK 2026-103-10113, approving external assistant for feral and unbred livestock around the operation of District 2 grazing area and requesting publication of proceeding under chapter oversight.
Motion. Patty and Rebecca. Okay, comments, questions? This one here is to provide the grazing and the permittees some assistance so we can get outside individuals to come into the reservation to round up all the feral cattle, donkeys, horses, all down in the canyon. From the last report, I think we have in just one canyon alone has over 500, you said? Something like that, of feral cattle in that one canyon. And this one outfit that came from Utah was able to round up quite a bunch during that time. And so since they have the equipment, the expertise, and the resources, we're asking to see if they can come out and assist the grazing and the permittees to come out and get all the other feral cows and all the other areas of the canyon. It's an ongoing operation. So with that, what we're looking at is to also sell the cattle that has been the feral cattle and the horses and whatnot. The grazing official will then take them over, and then the funds and the proceeds would be coming back to the chapter to help with the grazing permittees funds. So like if we need hay, grain, etc., vaccinations, that will be used for that. Elizabeth?
Question. Referring back to that, said that we have Utah, company that came out to do that. Why not utilize our own, Navajos that do that already? They're gonna have to be a company. There's some Navajos that do that already around within the Navajo Nation. Why not ask them to see if they can do it, since Navajo Nation is always a Navajo preference thing. So it's just an idea.
I think you know that. The thing with that is Navajo Department of Cost have their own outfit, yeah. They do roundups. They don't have the resource. The only thing they have is they do entrapments at the water trough. The way they only got dirt bikes. We know the terrain out here compared to down there. Low, we can't really do anything with dirt bikes. Although those have you permittees, see what's going on. Chido and keep it. They don't even have stock traders. Trucks. Under the fact that it's there, my relatives had to bring them out. Stock traders and all that. That's what I found out. So this outfit out of Utah, they got the resources: horses, dogs, trailers, pens. So they were told, you got to claim. They were told, some kids, it's nuts. No, I mean, what that? Yeah, the Department of Agriculture, they got their own, but they don't have the resource for that. You guys know how the terrain is out there. Okay with that?
Okay, Elizabeth.
But all I'm saying is that we still have people here, around here within the community, over to Kansas, too, right? Their guys still ride horses. I mean, lo and behold, my husband still does, my boy still does. And if they can, should they can help with those guys and be part of it,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Yeah.
I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They can.
Because that's our case, because of time travels. So, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Thank you. Any other comments, questions? Henry,
They, take their time or they get
they will get paid.
sales thing throughout last time we did that, they did, they're getting paid out of the wholesale.
They're getting paid out of the bull sale.
So, no, you know, that means they don't come till the sales.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I was saying earlier, was that what we're trying to do is gather as many of those cattle that are feral, that don't have a brand, that doesn't belong to anybody, but they're eating up your cattle, your sheep's, vegetation. We need to take them out. And then the grazing officials from District 2 would take them all the way up and do whatever they need to do with them to get them sold. Then the proceeds from those would be given back to the chapter, and then we would go ahead and use that money to pay the outfit.
Are they gonna be putting pens?
On top, I guess from the last roundup that they did, they took all the cattle from one of the canyons and brought them up and then had a pin up on the top.
What was your name?
Johnny,
Oh.
Johnny Reed. This is just for District 2. Mhm. Oh. That should be him, yeah. Oh, okay. Patty,
On the resolution to extend the wholesale. And those to the. So.
okay. If you want, we can add that as number 15, just to say that we are requesting the agricultural department to extend their bull sale. Okay, we can do that. Okay, any other comments, questions regarding number 13? Okay, call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Okay, 26. Opposed? Abstain? 5. Okay, with that, TPK 2026-103-013 passes 26 in favor, 0 opposed, 5 abstain. Number 14.
Proposing the proposed water and waterways rate increase for navigation utility authority and fueling and confirming the commitment to low cost service for the net people.
Motion. Rebecca. Second. Danielle. Comments, questions? Again, you guys all know there's a public hearing right now for the NTOA is proposing a water increase for their the sale increase, I guess, on water and their wastewater for residential homes. And what we're saying is that we're opposing that initiative. Okay? None? Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. $24. Opposed? Abstain? 7. TBK 2026-103-014 passes 24 in favor, 0 opposed, 7 abstain. Moving on to number 15, but with that, I would like to go ahead and go back. See here. Danielle and Mary Alice, being that you guys motioned to approve the agenda, are you okay with adding 15 for the supporting and approval for the agricultural department to extend their bull sale?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, with that will be number 15. Okay. Number 15, DBK 2026-103-1015, supporting and approving the extension of the bull sale till when did you want it? The end of the year?
Yeah.
Till the end of the year. Okay. Motion. Elizabeth. And second, Rebecca. Comments, questions? Paul, Henry. So right now, the bull sale is ending at the end of this month. What we're asking is to have them extended to the end of the year. The end of this year, calendar year, we'll just do that till December.
December 2026.
Yeah. Okay. Call for the vote. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. $23. Opposed? Abstained? 8. TBK 2026-103-015 passes 23 in favor, 0 opposed, 8 abstained. With that, that concludes our resolutions. Moving on to the reports. Okay, with that, chapter president, myself, Delaware Curley. So my name is Delaware Curley, Yaden and Kachin. So the fun Bashin is just Shadow Hanagani. And then the Shea from Ts'ah Bii, that's where I'm originally from. I am your chapter president, also Western Agency president and NOS president. So I wear 3 hats. I am also a veteran. Just so that those of you guys don't know who I am, that's who I am. As your chapter president, we went ahead and we had a meeting with the NTOA reps to go over this discussion regarding the reallocation of the funds. Not only that, I am also working on 2 grants to get you guys to get our grazing official here some of the resources that is needed Those grants are due at the end of this month, so I'm about 90% done with that. That portion of that. We did successfully do our community cleanup last week on Thursday and Friday. We also had a meeting with NTUA folks coming out here on Thursday, which they were able to provide a presentation regarding Light Up Navajo. We are also working with, we had completed the rural addressing portion. Again, like I stated last month, is we still have two individuals that are employed here who are laborers. They are providing the signs and the printouts for everybody so that they can be sent out to all your homes. We have 492 homes out in this community that is, that needs to have a number on their house. So that's one thing we're working diligently in getting that done. We had fully expended our CHASN funds. We had received a John Deere 317 skid steer that comes with a bucket, two augers, a 10-inch and a 6-inch, and a forklift forks attachment to that. So that is currently in there. That will extremely assist us when we're doing food distributions. And then also cleaning around the area, also using it as a snow plow or anything else other than that. Not only that, it will help us get the cemeteries and post holes, hole digging and whatnot that needs to be done for that. We are also working on getting the emergency fund, which is passed by council. I believe we're only getting about 47,000, and that would be allocated to what we're working right now is the budget portion for that, and that will be allocated to food, propane. We were looking at wanting to get propane distributions to everybody, and we're working on that. I'm also looking at gas cards, just so you guys know. So hopefully we can get that approved. So then that people can come to the chapter and get a gas card, at least $25 or so. Again, it's just to assist. It's not for everyone to depend on. It's just to assist because we understand the economic issues, the global conflict that's currently going on. I mean, $135 this morning for me to spend to come out here with my truck, so it's a lot. We're also working on getting an emergency tent as well, so that it can be used as a command center. We're also looking at getting another. We're wanting to get another UTV. This time, that one is going to be utilized with a snow plow in front of that as well. And then we also would like to get another truck as well for this because we're utilizing the SUV here, but it doesn't hold as much as if we could put it in a truck. Not only the truck back here, it's a pretty heavy duty truck, and traveling on the washboard with that type of heavy duty truck can cause a lot of damage, which we already did talk about 4 or 5 months ago. Costed us $8,000 to get that truck repaired because the suspension. As you guys all know, everybody in here probably has those heavy duty trucks, and you're driving down this washboard road, the suspension it hinders the suspension if you don't have anything in the back of that truck. So we're wanting to get at least a 3/4 ton, just a small, maybe half-ton truck. So then that could be utilized for general use around here as well. We are also looking at getting some woods as well, part of that funds, and water. As far as the summer months to be projected to be pretty hot. We're looking at getting some ice packs to fill up that freezer in the kitchen there to get some ice, and then also some water packs for everybody whoever needs some water. Those are some of the quick emergency type things that we're trying to prepare for. Being that they already completed that. We are still diligently working with a new project manager. His name is Frank Cisneros or something like that. Last name with the senior center. We finally got some progress. We officially withdrew that entire senior center there, and we got that completed in 1 month. I can tell you right now, that's probably the most historic land withdrawal process that we probably ever did, because, and I cannot tell you, we couldn't have done it without Joan Gray back there. Joan, if you can stand up real quick, we want to say thank you for your efforts. I just want to say I thank you. I don't thank the administration. I thank you for doing it.
You're welcome. Your consumers are very, I'm able to maneuver around, so allow me to work.
Yeah, thank you. So with that, we have completed that, and we're still working on the design portion of that. And I do hope that we can get this senior center built. Transfer station, we are working on getting that withdrawn as well. Again, everybody here had stated in the last meeting that they wanted across from the clinic. So that little pad that's kind of already doesn't have anything there, clear it out right there, is where we're gonna put the transfer station there. So, and that right now is going through the withdrawal process as well. Other than that, that's what we have right now. VP, you have a report?
Yeah, okay.
Another one. Heater.
There's the end of the claim to the right the manager when it gets applied. There's a lot of people came on the the 462 plus thousand of the quality understand, but I think because the argue institutional something keep from paper the something to say okay when the statement or I'm quite even though cover electricity rate out there or the upgrade. So one of the question was asked was hiring our own contractor. So that was recommended. Basically just on site you said $7. That's what you really want. Update update yeah. Yeah, overall, I don't know, I should Shaya, for a lot of meetings and winter rock here and there. Homes, I went visiting 42 homes. The home site lease, it's very important. That's one of the issues. It's not us don't hear that they need a winter rock. Then besides winter rock, it's coming from the government. Then they want to then to audit the vessel to date and they put in that. Ako audit Washington then the vessel on the audit non source. Ni gender or the vessel should be source ni no. They begin they should be she ayo tanki so to home site lease in the team. But they are home site lease where hello, they are caught they can hit the night. I don't my sister and I, we all went all over when the rock Sunday. I go to the city. You can't one hot that the home site lease was not, for example, two items on that. Our record wasn't with Navajo Nation. At then, so at then go go to BIA, BIA, that our home site lease was over there. Are they on that height and Navajo Nation? So there's two different BIA and Navajo Nation. Navajo Nation, Jeanette, and BIA, July, they have it some other than non-Navajo Nation, not. So I don't Navajo Nation, they now are part of it, part of the Navajo Nation now. I'll fund it, don't be get $65. A John case, 1988, and no, 1983, something like that. He done the so ABN from back to the 1950 and the Hollywood. The home site Navajo Nation put it together. Out of the 2017, $1 per year then. Out of 2017, though, these rent $12 a year. So then we gotta pay for it. We cannot asla. Whole one some aniki and kaya some aniki leasing this. All lease go the kai than he can. Ko vessel cannot be ash on the kispet a horizontal. Grandfather's English, and then it's coming back and you start paying for it. Because 65 years there. I guess here. I don't start rich later 65 years. Cool. 65 years a day, yeah, straight another Shiva. For another 65 years. So we he fed the husband on it. But only he had a seat. Home site lease, get it ready. Home site lease, but the dish, English of a car on the don't the gym with the deep probate. You know what? The 40 years old, in a good say, yeah. What the hell? But the word probate, I didn't know. Could you eat young that probate? Like, what is probate? But it's only, yeah. Hey, lady, Mr. Willie. The first day I found the in the hospital. They don't get in the hospital. I thought that was funny. She told me, hit the holidays and stuff. So, but anyway, I had to look that up at home, baby. A cold. They did not to avoid that. That put your kids' name on there. So you don't have to go through a lot. Jehovah has on a judge. Go say the judge get a lawyer. So up for the ashwada. Nasko dok an egata. Nasko bansa kiss. Ko Paishtina Fenigin Kashin Bishop Kata Fe. Ko a kodo ayo sahonona. Ayan the husband on there. Ado Deegan. I wore this shirt for this meeting only. Every year, just do it. Or just move it. Yeah, she come. A con. A shenetra. Just to get a free T-shirt. Ado. Could you put just ego. Put just ego. They are there. Should ha te. Old Chicago was ade that the Ninige Yos Canada like Washington that Shenida called a torch not so deep pesos like peso but the call on the head they ego di Kodo on the hip peso. Better no snigi benasnish. Call Ada Shanabu nation sovereignty that the Nigue on the hip cut up peso days in this. On hip peso Hanahan death. Job I needed his on there. Bekashito, de peso, Trigan, nine death of Honda, a zedo, that happened. What for? His better husband on this. Shit on this. So, the next one, announcement. Graduation. Shanto. Achiniaja. Afahadole. Kindergarten, no 8th grade. A May 22nd of a graduation. A Binigoy kindergarten. Afternoon, 8th grade. Ado Shanto High School, a May 21st. Pivotal, May 20th. Ado MV Monte Valley High School, a May 16th. Page High School, a May 21st. Ado INAU, the hospital, Codon Hita, Nata, Peso, the Yokid, Peso, Benicatos, na kid, ya Aj Kuda, Peso, but not a season. A May 8th of the say often where say biomedical see on the nas medical field go net ya na say being a educator a co a da hat an khashna hat a vessel hit a yokel at da kaso a here meeting da ka ido pa as da yo na voting do be vessel but not da yo slegi a na khashna yitati kado da ka so na kikodona ni tato na aje ka aro to the city high school a May 23rd a high school Navajo Mound I didn't get to Navajo Mound a hashita iska aro to the city boarding school a 19th a call so dida graduation yego khachna babeta notle yego ba celebration babeta notle khashin hitso ken khachna kinale keta egi ashod beta notle hala di kujra tanada no pi benye na khanda ha up benye nasko na hat up benye te do o edo ta nashko ho asiki ede ben hikan nachato a hehe so khegi di kodo resolution do ashon daidos kiti a hehe di yego ma do be getting king ho yo like this kitten so hehe do this ado new two resolution at none of ya. Things like that. Hopefully, he koto bakat the hot so to ya hit me. Ain't window up there. So I don't like Joan over there. I really appreciate you, my dear. I really liked it and that she participated. Ni kasutato ang hite yata. Navamando objecto do shanto gai kahit naga. So koton nihe. Haile they think that I wish I was a fly on the wall. I kind of think of her like that. So the Ts'ah Bii and what Shanto needs, what Objecto Navama needs, she's our fly. And then sends it back to Navajo Nation. So thank you. I hear it all this.
Yeah, battery dead, dying. Okay, with that,
I'm sorry. The 17th of Friday, Nana cleanup. Could you go so Friday, could you go dole classroom could you Ashonda, if you're available, the card Friday, February 17th from 10 to 5 p.m. They could all have cotton the crossroads. I don't say crossroad all the way down. The New Testament Indian Gospel Church, Ajon Day, a Sunday go on the after we're done, we're having a little cookout at the church. So that's our announcement for this week.
thank you. Okay, Jim,
Go down on the nation. Yaki. Report. Check out and report. Hotel, she does this year. But the benefit of only I know the care the July. But you have to increase in your it's not a district meeting. It's not. Wednesday go there. So we for 13 house area. I didn't report. One bicycle. Yeah.
That new thing that I saw it on the Navajo Times saying something about the BIA. The permits. What do you think about that? Or?
11 years. We got transferred. Nobody has gotten it back. We are aging us. That's what. To a point, you know what they would not drop. Well, okay, I don't. It's going to be power and we are a. I don't even know the answer. What that? They nobody has an answer. Don't have an answer. Conservation plans and all that.
Question. Is there any areas that we can lease to take our cattle out there? Do you have any information on those where we can rent land?
Nancy.
Where's that?
Yeah.
BLM, they are there. If you go to BLM office, you can get
It's not there. Can you provide us those information?
There's one in Canal, there's one in Beach. Canal, doesn't go. Those places. Then again, those places are other they spend even over Flagstaff, they what the even over here.
All right.
Yeah. Those BLM lands, yeah, they can only put on so many hits. So many hits. But they're eating dark fishing and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that because, my husband comes from JUA and that's how it is in Santa.
Yeah.
Our cattle are all together, everybody takes a turn of doing this and that.
Good.
Make a comment in regard to the, rating.
Yeah.
I so it's not just affecting this area like you had mentioned, it's everywhere. I did go to the DIA conference in the city and I spoke with Tony Robinson. And a lot of that is out of his hands now and it is with Deborah Shirley, she's a regional director in Gallup, New Mexico, at the Navajo Regional Office. And they are going under the Navajo Nation Fish and Wildlife and Navajo Department of Agriculture. And they are doing the conservational studies, as you had mentioned, he is right. So it is out of our hands and, if you've received a memorandum or a memo stating that you have, you don't have your permit back, but you have a memo to receive. In place of it, we can use that for your tally count and tell conducting the surveys and a lot of it with the climate change. So until that really is progressive or regressive or improved, then that's when they'll consider maybe even with a reduction of livestock on those permits. So that's why I and the information was shared. Correct.
I'm sure it's not the whole thing. Yeah. They will transfer for 16 units. I'm pretty sure you're not going to get 16. You probably will get 20 or 30. 30 meters or 20 units. Same getting up. They don't want to know. They give you 1/4 on a permit, they expect that horse to be penned up. You don't want it. They don't want that horse breaking out. They never have.
There goes all the rodeos.
Performance, cattle, horses.
Okay. Council Delegate Herman Daniels, you online? Nope. Robert Black. Vernon Willie. Senior Center, I heard that was vacant now. The leader that was there is no longer there. Head Start, Community Health Representatives, both vacant. Billy. Again, being that I am also the veteran vice commander for Ts'ah Bii. We did our meeting. We still have some funding available for the veterans, a part of the Veteran Trust Fund. We have one more applicant for here. Back in 2014, they allocated money to the chapter houses. And so that money, we've been carrying it over and over and over and over. And that's something that I wanted to expend this year. So since the beginning of this year to now, we have expended 99% of the funds We just need one more person to do the applicant, and then it'll be fully expended. So that is for here. There is a couple of stand downs that's happening in Elk Lodge. I believe it was on the 23rd. And then also pretty much it. We have our meetings every day, every month after the planning meeting at 1 p.m. Again, that is also both in person and virtual. So that's my report for the veterans. Ts'ah Bii. Oh, go ahead.
Question, on veteran. They have to be a voter or chapter to be a member. And they
Or
have to be now,
yes, so for Ts'ah Bii, they have to be a registered voter for Ts'ah Bii to be a part of the Ts'ah Bii Veterans Organization. But if they're not a part of it, they can also register with Western Agency Veterans Organization. But I'm pretty sure they'll ask for what chapter you're under. So it would be best to register as the Ts'ah Bii chapter under the Ts'ah Bii Veterans Association organization. Then as far as to be Navajo, you would have to have a CIB. So yes, that incorporates at least I believe it's quarter. As long as you have the quarter, then that's fine. So, but we do accept people who want that are non-native. They can attend the meetings and be a part of the discussion. No, but they won't be eligible for the funds. They can be a part of the meeting and have a discussion. So, okay. TXR, no, Cup C, do you guys have an update? No update? Inscription House Health Center. Brooke, you have the floor.
Clinic. They were being applied and shit. International commission, but commission that and that's another. Equipment, they're now struggling to come up clinic to get out of just wanted to let the community members know, comes to the healthcare facility, this week, transparent and on negative, battles and nobody yet. The even clear, just to let the community members know that our optometry doctor, Dr. Randall, was contracted into the last. A permanent eye doctor is coming on board. So, we do have another provider. We also have nurse, practitioner, works as a hospital provider. They got a sees patients specifically on those days are Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, for 8 hours of work, time off. After we met one of our doctors, Dr. George, this week is her last week to contract doctor. He did her best and then come in all week because she's working here. We're going to thank her for her service. So her last week on Wednesday, and covering for to make sure that our clinic has the doctor on board. We welcome back Dr. Flores. But come back as well. Doctors to help develop another prescription health. We continue to improve the care and our administrators and their best. And what we feel was very positive is that we have these contracts. We want to come back and help our community.
Audience, those are just the provider thoughts are in the bill. Audit the needs that. That's my question. Often, so I get. All right, yeah.
Thank you. Moving on to Coconino County, Judy. Angie? All she stated was there's no urgent news except for what's stated in the department budget hearings for county offices. So that's the only update I guess the county has. Other designated reps, anybody else? Okay. With that, that concludes our reports. And we're moving on to announcement. St. Mary's is going to be the 27th. And again, we do have another cleanup day, April 17th, Friday, from 10 to 5. So please come on out.
Yeah.
Next planning meetings, the May 4th. Regular meetings, May 11th. District grazings, the April 14th. Tuesday, permittees meetings, April 15th. Grazing Western grazing meetings is going to be the 16th, but that's going to be at Navajo Western Agency Office. Club C's April 23rd. When the veterans meetings on May 4th again at 1 p.m. With that, we will conclude our meeting today. Well, I have a motion to adjourn. Rebecca, second by Mary Alice. Okay, with that, we'll go ahead and adjourn 12:45 is the time. All those in favor, raise your hand up high. Nice and 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29. Opposed. Abstain. 2. Motion. We have a motion, we have a second. We adjourned at 12:45. 29 in favor, 0 opposed, 2 abstain. Again, we want to thank you guys all for joining the meeting. Those that are online, we thank you also for participating. Thank you guys and have a wonderful day.